Okay, good. Add to screen. Remove. Okay. What's going to happen if I compose? What's going to happen if I close my computer? I can't see the chat. Hold on one second, people. We'll figure this out today. We will figure this out today. Echo, yeah, echo's bad. I'm going to turn the volume down here. If I close this, I can't see the chat. Oh, hold on, chat. Comments. I can see it. All right, it's not going to be ideal today, people. Am I going to have to walk around with my camera? Can you hear me in the chat? I have to remember to look here. Okay, I got my computer. Is there anything confidential on my computer? No, there isn't. This is my computer. This is like Viva Inception. Oh, God. A stressful journey, because I borrowed an electric vehicle, thought I could make it the entire way, came within 21 miles of the battery going dead, and then couldn't find a charging station. And then when I found a charging station, I didn't have the app. I couldn't unlock the charging station. Okay. If I'm going to close the computer, how can I see? And now I can't get into the stream because I'm a guest in my own stream because I logged in with the wrong account. How's it going? Well, what do you got there? Oh, all right. PPS. How you doing, sir? Today was a tough one to get set up.
Well, yeah.
Oh God, I'm gonna close my computer and hope to stay live. We'll see.
Yeah.
All's well. Everything's good here. Quiet. Depressing.
Just this recording.
Yeah.
Really the attitude when the Vipers come. I just hear a lot of veteran defending our Constitution, our Charter of Rights. I'm disappointed because right now we're getting
A lot of. Hold on. I'm gonna hear my walk away from this one. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Anyways, I like your work.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, so I hope that we're still going to be streaming live. I can't see comments. I can't see anything. So that was the drama getting down here. Coming back to Ottawa, first of all, I'm going to see if my wife is watching. Marion, text me and let me know that you can still see what's going on. Or anybody who has my text number, my cell number, just text me and let me know that you still see this live. It should be on. I've closed my computer, so I don't know if it's going to be requiring a tether off my computer, or if this is like when I lose signal when I'm doing a live stream and Barnes has to go impromptu for however long, and I can't see the chat. This is not going to be ideal. I can see you, but missed. What was the drama, Marion says? Electric cars are good when you can charge them. Anyhow, okay, good. So, Marion, you still see it live now? It's a little windy. Didn't bring my... Anyway, so bottom line, we're here. Back in Ottawa. I haven't been here since the protest. And the environment, the ambiance is a little different. As you can see, the Dance Dance revolution in the back is now extinct. From revolution to extinct. Marion, text me and tell me that you still see me live, if you could. Can't see the comments, can't see the super chats, can't see anything. This is... Well, they still got it blocked off, so there's still no traffic allowed here. No, I still see you. Good. Okay. Marion, text me if you stop seeing it live. I think we'll just do it this way. So I can't see any comments, can't see any chat. Still got the barricades. Actually, I can give a little more wide angle shot. It's quiet. Quiet. And I'll dare say a little sad and depressing. It's like coming back to the desert after the like you have that once every 7 year blossom of beautiful flowers. Who remembers what this looked like 2 months ago? What a difference 2 months make. Anyhow, so today, I was going to go live in the car, read a couple of articles, interesting stuff. I guess I'll do it tonight when I do the recap live stream, because I came down to Ottawa to attend Randy Hillier's hearing in court. I don't know, for anyone who's been living under in the tundra, although even in the Canadian tundra, you know what's going on. Yeah, there really is, I guess maybe there is one lane of traffic. Randy Hillier, member of provincial parliament, was arrested on, 11 charges a month after the protest ended. The charges, the standard mischief nonsense as far as I'm concerned, respectfully submitted. But the more serious charge was assaulting a police officer, because I believe it would have been right around here. There was a barricade. No, it wasn't here. There were stairs. It was down this way. Anyhow, the charges of assault on a police officer against Randy Hillier, seemingly, unless I've made a mistake, stems from a video where he was moving a barricade to allow people to attend Parliament Hill in protest. Randy Hillier is having his bail hearing reconsideration today, or it's not a rehearing, but I believe they might be challenging two of the elements of the bail hearing.
Should I just reschedule?
Two of the elements of the terms of bail. It's the Terry Fox Memorial. Still here. So they're going to argue 2 points on the bail conditions. I believe it's attending Ottawa and social media ability to use. And they're going to argue change in circumstances and error in law to contest those two terms of the bail release. I don't really want to go down here. But coming back here, yep, it's like coming back to a desert after you've been there for the once every 7 year blossom of flowers and life. Hey, Marion. You can still see me. This is where, well, there's going to be another, they're not calling it a protest because I don't believe it's a protest and I don't believe it's intended to be a protest. Although who knows what the difference between, that was a big noise. There's going to be a rally this weekend. Rolling Thunder. Operation Rolling Thunder. On Saturday and Sunday, there's going to be some, no, not Sunday. Saturday, Friday night, there's going to be an event as well. As I have mentioned in previous streams, the Ottawa police have ordered no vehicles to be within, I don't know what the vicinity is. The gentleman who I met at the beginning said it was a big vicinity, but so no vehicles. So they're going to have to park their bikes apparently within a certain perimeter and then walk up. This guy's on a bike right here. What's going on there? Come Saturday, sir, that's illegal. Unlawful. Declared by mandate. I don't even know in virtue of what they set the perimeter within which there should be no vehicles. Okay, anyways, we're going to go to the last time I was here. Well, it was much different, but snow, cold. It's cold today still. And just for clarity, for all bar societies, I am not live streaming the hearing itself. It's not in person, which is why I wanted to come down and see it. So there's no Zoom meeting, and there is no there's no call-in or anything, and you're not allowed recording. I don't believe you're even allowed accessing your phone in court. So there's going to be no live tweeting, no live stream of the actual hearing. I'm going to attend it and then drive home tonight if I can get home with it. And then do a live stream to go over it. But this is the first time back in Ottawa since the fateful, infamous, I don't want to say termination, suppression, end of the protest after the Emergencies Act was invoked by Justin Trudeau for the first time in Canadian history. Because as he said before Parliament, there were no other laws in Canada that would allow them to deal with the situation, which was a load of garbage when he said it, and it remains a load of garbage today. Marion, how is the audio, if you're still watching? Yeah, he said there was no existing laws could have dealt with that protest. And my observation is that there was only one aspect of suppressing that protest that could not have been authorized or permitted under existing law without invoking the Emergencies Act, and that was freezing of the bank accounts. What's going on? Good audio, she says. Okay, good. Oh man, that was stressful. And for those of you who don't know, I'm high energy and maybe a little bit anxious. Seeing this charger, the last time I was in Ottawa, actually, or the second to last time, actually it was the Friday before the Saturday, when they put an end to the protest, my car got towed. That was also enough to, induce a certain degree of anxiety. Not that I wouldn't mind staying in Ottawa, but I enjoy seeing the kids and the dog. Okay, so this is where I believe. No, was it here? Oh, it was whatever. It was somewhere around there. Randy Hillier comes in, moves the barricade to the side to let the protesters, the participants in the protest, Canadian citizens, approach Parliament Hill to speak their minds. See, it's in a way, it feels like coming back to the scene of a crime, except the only crime here was committed by the government, in my humble opinion. Hashtag not legal advice. Look at this. Sure glad they removed all the protesters so they can open the street back up. Businesses here, You enjoy seeing the kids and the gods. I said the dogs. If I said gods, boy. This is it. So this is now, when they're saying that the protest, which has been over for 2 months, was interfering with business. This is, when did they, it's been over 2 months since they did not bring in the military to not violate charter rights. Oh yeah, and my wife. I wanted to come back and see my wife when the car was towed, sitting outside for an hour trying to find out where the car went to. Then you got to get out there. Then the tow truck company wouldn't release the car because it was my parents' car, and I had to get a photograph authorization by email so they released the car to me even after paying the ticket. Sure is a good thing they did not violate our charter rights to suppress that protest, to reopen downtown Ottawa for the good of the businesses. So the hearing starts at 2:00. I'm going to go to the hearing. It might go a few hours. The thing about court is that, like I've said time and time again, it's hurry up and wait. You get to court, and to argue the smallest of matters, you get past the administrative stuff. I don't know if it's going to be the same judge. I'll talk about all this tonight. If it's the same judge, it has to be the same judge who's going to. No, but maybe it's not the same judge. If it's not the same judge, you got to present all the facts. You got to make the arguments. You got to start from scratch with every judge who takes the file anew for every specific hearing. She says, Ottawa looks empty. It's empty. And it's empty, and it has a different energy than it did the last time. I may be projecting. The energy feels depressing. I may have been projecting, but the energy felt high stress. and lacking joy. But that might have been because I was looking at a battery slowly going down and down and down into the red zone. I don't think the bicyclist wanted to be in the video. Yep, no, this is 2 months out, by the way. 2 months out. Can you imagine in an alternate universe if the government had been responsible and respectful and actually come down to talk and, dare I say, negotiated, compromised, what you could have turned that energy into for the good of all the business? But nope. They wanted a bad event. They wanted a January 6th, and when they didn't even get a January 6th, they fabricated a January 6th. There's nobody here. Well, what day is it today? It's Thursday. 1 o'clock lunchtime. Oh, yeah, here we go. Road closed. Closed for the good of business. I'm going to go through the chat before I get into the hearing, but if anybody has any specific questions, put them in the chat. I'll pay attention for them during the hearing. David Amber, the David Amber on Twitter, is representing Hillier. So I'm going to see him there. It's gonna be interesting. Although stepping foot into a courtroom, some of you may have already heard me say this a few times. It's like courtrooms. I've never been to the one in Ontario or in Ottawa. They're like casinos, except without the gambling and without the alcohol, just with the depression, the depressing windowless ambiance. Who knows? Maybe this courthouse is a little nicer. So we'll go to the Cenotaph. That's the War Memorial. That is where the rally is going to be congregated over the weekend. It's so peaceful here, you can actually hear a pin drop. Here, take a look here. Let's see. There's no. Oh, I could see. Oh, there's 500. Hold on. If I go to the chat, I can see it a little bit here. Okay, I can see the chat. I just can't see the video at the same time. Courtroom says the courtrooms there are pretty bland. The entrance is a nice open concept, though. That is a person whose name I now just disappeared. It's quiet. Too quiet. It says shake and bacon. Shake and bake. No, it's depressing. It's depressing. But that's only because I've known Ottawa for what it was, which was something that I had never seen it be before that. You know, you walk down, I forget what street it is. There's a guy on a Segway here. That's okay. Yeah, okay, let's see. Busy lunch in Ottawa, capital. That is from Maya Siu. This is the Cenotaph peeps. I'm going to go back to video. How do I go back to video? How do I go back to video? Like this? Yeah, there we go. Okay, good. Here. So, if anybody knows actually why the flags are at half-mast, hold on. Let me go to the chat. Does anyone know why is the flag at half-mast today? Oh, it's Holocaust Memorial Day, probably. Okay, that might be it. It is. I mean, Ottawa. I thought Ottawa was a nice city in general, but not necessarily the most exciting place on earth. It's got good restaurants and some, is the Glebe here? I think it is. But Ottawa was uniquely special for the 3 weeks of that protest, and now it's. That's the big camera media. Let's see what they're doing here. I'm gonna look for a logo. And so I'm gonna walk down to the what time is it? Hey, Marion, what time is it? Anyway, so there were the two articles that we're going to go over. Apparently, some RCMP officers quit out of protest when basically the Canadian spy agency was ordering that they arrest international individuals without advising the RCMP the reason for which they were being arrested, which some members of the RCMP thought was, I guess, a little bit too much of a police state tactic to even feel comfortable doing. And what else was there? Oh, and Tamara Litch has been bestowed. She's been given an award by the JCCF. It's basically a freedom award. I forget the name of the individual who the award is named after, but I'll find that out and the history of it. But you know, it's recognition and admiration for making sacrifices is, I mean, I guess it is. It's nice, but then you just bear in mind the sacrifices that Tamara Litch has made and the punishment that she is currently enduring for having organized a protest which the government deemed to be illegal and then prosecuted like nothing has ever been prosecuted before. I say prosecution to the point of persecution. And this is the Oscar Peterson monument. Yeah, it has to be a little larger than life. Anyhow, it's beautiful. This is Confederation Park, where we saw the Indigenous celebrations, where they put up, they built tents, they did a ceremonial dance. I met, was it Big Bear? No, it was not Big Bear, it was Big Bull in that park. The memories, it was like being at camp for 3 weeks where you made friends, everyone had their spots where you ran into the same people. It was fun, carefree. People were finally smiling, maskless, smiling, hugging, talking. It was humans being humans once again. And now it's a government town being a government town once again. All right, I'm going to go into the chat, so I won't be able to see my beautiful face. See what's going on in the chat. Oh, so now can I bring on that? Okay, I can't bring it up, but it says Brian Johnson, masking period from sunrise to sunset on Thursday, April 28th. Occasion, day of mourning for persons killed or injured in the workplace. Workers' Mourning Day. Brian Johnson, thank you for the info. I have.
Viva Frei.
How you doing, sir? Comments, hold on. I mean, that's interesting. I've never heard of National Mourning Day for people killed in the workplace in my life. I mean, is that something new? Flags lowered for workplace killed in the work. Is it new? People like that? I mean, I've lived in Canada my whole life. Oh, let's go through the park. This place is depressing. It's like seeing someone you once loved and they've changed so much you barely recognize them, except they have changed. Okay, enough with the analogies. Coming up with too many analogies is like putting too much pepper on steak. Look at this. Look at this park. It's beautiful. It's dreadfully quiet. Can you imagine, by the way, okay, close this up. Just from a tourism perspective, just from an actual bringing humans to Ottawa for the benefit of businesses, you could turn the rally of the weekend into something good for everybody. If you negotiate, participate, discuss and discourse with, you can turn it into something good. Marion, what time is it? Chat, what time is it? It starts at 2:00. I can't see my phone. It's a beautiful city, says IRS Media official website. it's a beautiful city. My problem with Ottawa as a beautiful city and beautiful architecture and beautiful buildings, it's the same as any government town. Government has the nicest buildings sometimes, or the biggest buildings, the best real estate. It's like the government, like once upon a time, the church, the biggest buildings, the best real estate, and the citizenry, whom it's intended to serve, do not necessarily get served by it. Cyber Billy says, don't forget most government workers are at home still. Aren't they trying to force them back to work? That's what I was told as well, is that a lot of people were still working remotely. And some people are, if you can imagine it, after 2.5 years of absolute psychological abuse and fear porn trauma, they don't want to come back to work now. They don't want to take their masks off because they actually believe it'll be the end of the world for them if they take their mask off. This is where we had the counter protest. Oh, I remember. It's where I had that discussion with those fine people with whom we disagreed. And the discussion was largely very peaceful. There was one guy eyeballing me. I was focused. I was paying attention. Speaking of which, let me get my 360 vision. And Marion, if you're watching, don't worry. I brought a nicer jacket to go into court with. This jacket somehow has made its way back into my wardrobe. You see, it's losing some feathers. And by some feathers, I mean all the feathers. When you get too close to the bonfire with nylon jackets, every little spark burns a hole in the jacket. Oh, I'm going to go back to the chat. You know what? Okay, I'm going to go blind in terms of what the view is, and I'm going to read the chat while we do this, so it'll be more fun. JCCF Prize was named in honor... Oh, son of a gun. Hold on. The JCCF Prize was named in honor of author, poet, and columnist George Jonas, 1935 to 2016, who promoted freedom throughout his life, both before and after coming to Canada from communist Hungary. Beautiful. Thank you very much. George Jonas, the George Jonas Award, and it's going to Tamara Litch, and I dare say, well deserved. Although that award, it's an amazing thing. That award, to some, they're going to look at that award and they're going to see it almost as something that they loathe. To too many people, Tamara Litch doesn't represent freedom. She doesn't represent charter rights of the Constitution. She represents an occupation, an insurrection, an attempt to overthrow the government with bouncy castles and hot tubs and dancing and love. I don't even know where I'm going. This is City Hall, I think. But this is where we had, it was like one side of the street. This side of the street were protesters. That side of the street were convoy protesters. And the irony, the ultimate irony for anybody who didn't see it, go check out the clip. The people counter-protesting the convoy protest didn't want to talk. They didn't want to explain why they were there and what they were thinking. The elites have taken over Ottawa and they're running Canada. Debbie Johnson. Tamara Litch should be considered a political prisoner of Canada. That is from Glenn Otwell. They all should. Tamara Litch. So for those of you who don't know, she was detained for 2.5 weeks off mischief charges. And I'm not trying to downplay them because mischief in Canada is both summary conviction or indictable offense. So it could be serious, and it could land you in 20 years in jail if you're convicted on the indictable offense. I would be curious. Anybody who knows, has anyone in the history of Canada been sentenced to 20 years for mischief-related charges? Don't know. But she was detained for 2.5 weeks, and her bail was initially denied. The individual who ran over or struck 4 pedestrian protesters in Winnipeg was released on bail. He was not a danger. He was not a flight risk, a sufficient danger or a sufficient flight risk that he was denied bail. Tamara Litch was. Pat King was. Chris Barber was, I think, for a certain period of time as well. Tamara Litch was detained for 2.5 weeks. She had a bail rehearing, and it was only on the bail rehearing, that she was finally released. with conditions that are so onerous. They're obviously charter violations. They obviously violate certain charter rights. The only question is, all bail conditions violate some rights because they, put you on house arrest, which limits your mobility. All detainment is, a violation of charter rights, but it's justified in a free and democratic society because, in theory, it's punishment or reprimand or insurance that you show up for your day in court. But her terms of release are so egregious. She can't attend a protest anywhere in Canada. She can't post on social media. She can't. There was another one that's also she can't visit Ottawa. She had to leave Ottawa within 72 hours. I think she had to post $20,000 bond amounts, excessive amounts that you don't even see oftentimes from what people who know better have told me, with drug dealing, assaults, violent crimes. These protesters, even if they are found guilty of charges of mischief and the like, got terms of release of bail that were excessive by everyone's account. The person who got the most excessive bail or terms, Pat King. Pat King is still in jail. Pat King is still in jail. Oh, this is the courthouse right here, actually. Okay. Pat King is still in jail over 2 months later. Mischief charges. Of course, they found new charges while he was sitting in jail. Perjury, because apparently he might have allegedly lied under oath during one of his bail hearings. It's like the classic tactic. If they don't get you on the substance, they'll get you on the procedure. So, I thought I saw something. Slap a bunch of charges down, and if you don't get him on the charges, in the process, he'll do something else that's good that you can go after him for. Look at this. This is very avant-garde. Modern art. It's called Shattered by Nature. Okay, there's a super chat here. It says, Spider Jerusalem says, do Canadians have any legal avenue to pursue politicians that are beholden to external influences such as the WEF? They should be... Okay, I won't finish that sentence. There's definitely a conflict of interest, in my humble opinion. I've said it a few times. Like, when you are literally members of... When you're supposed to serve your national interests and serve your citizens, I'm not even looking at the camera, I'm looking at the chat. When you're supposed to serve your citizens, represent your citizens, but you are beholden to what is obviously international interests, which can obviously conflict with your loyalties to the people you're supposed to represent, it's a problem. The World Economic Forum is not the Canadian Economic Forum. And so there's a lot of good reason to think that if you're looking out for the World Economic Forum, you might make decisions that are not necessarily in the best national interests of the people that you were elected to represent. Oh, I missed this. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, good. And then we got Pierre Duranlot says, my young and unconscious niece, who despised the truckers' protest, hates the word freedom. Sad state of affairs. Yep, no, freedom became a rallying cry of the right. How freedom became a rallying cry of the right. Google it. It was a Washington Post article. Almost as stupid, almost as incomprehensible, almost as Kafkaesque and Orwellian as freedom of speech is a threat to democracy. There's nothing to see here anymore. There's nothing to see here. I'm not going into the courthouse live streaming. I'm going to sit. Oh, yeah. You got the clock tower. You got the subway. I made friends with the people at the subway once upon a time. Let's see here. Hi, Marion is the luckiest woman in the world. Hi. Marion is the luckiest woman in the world. I'm going to say I might be the luckiest man. Marion is very patient, very tolerant, very supportive. And also, she is the yin to my yang. When I have a minor freak out because I think the car's going to go dead, I want to get stuck in Ottawa again. When we're together, Marion is the anchor to my wild ship. Let's see, we got here so much for EVs. No, that's it. The EVs are good. They're such a pain in the neck. I don't know how long it's going to take to charge. I might be sleeping in the car for a little bit. And I got to make it back on one battery. Okay, so what else we got here? Too late. Ottawa is the capital, and anybody living there should expect protests. It's a fair argument, and I the thing is, yeah, but the problem, like, people don't appreciate it. We just walked from Parliament, which is behind those buildings. There's very little residential units over there. It gets residential a little further down, and there was some honking. There were cars parked in front of the streets, but that wasn't where the noise was by and large. But the allegations of truckers going to the what's that place called where the food shelter and stealing food, harassing people. It's so outlandish that let's just assume it happened. How do you know that they were truckers? How do you know they were part of the convoy? The city has people in it. The city before the protest had crime in it. It's like the second the protest was here, everything bad that might have occurred, it was the protesters. Like this city never had crime before. Like the city never had people shitting in people's front steps and pissing in alleyways. Like it never had that before. No, it never happened until the protesters came. And then when it came, it was only the protesters. But you live in a town, you live in a big city, you should expect some big city inconveniences from time to time. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, we got Plaid Padre. Let's start walking again. Shake out the legs. Oi! Plaid Padre says, I have court in June for breaking PEI, Public Health Act. Let's hear this. Let's hear this, Plaid Padre. A day after our... Hold on. Garbage. Okay, attended a protest the day after our doc claimed masks and social distancing law. Oh, there's a beautiful dog. $1,000 50 fine. Is it worth trying to fight it? Oh, how's it going? It's a beautiful dog. Okay, that is a beautiful dog. He's saying hi. A dog's like me. I love you too, sir. Oh man. Yeah, I would. It may not be worth getting an attorney for because you'll spend $1,000 on an attorney. The Human Rights Memorial is at your rear. Oh, here we go. Dignity, equality. My goodness, they have a Human Rights Memorial here. Let's walk through it and just point to all of the rights that our government is violating. I'll go through it here. Okay, well, hold on. You know what? Let's take a little tour here. Hold on, let me just see if there's the Human Rights Memorial. John Lemieux, thank you very much. We're going to do it right now. And then there was, let's go, Viva. Who was that from? What happens if I touch the comments? No, nothing happens. Viva back in Ottawa. I'll be back on the weekend for the actual event, but yeah. Okay. Is merely attending and documenting, is merely attending to document. Is that going to be a bank freezable offense in Trudeau's free Canada? Here we go. Major donors. That's not what we're looking for. Okay. The Canadian tribute to human rights. Held high on the monument in English and French are the words equality, dignity, rights from the United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing here. These three concepts are inscribed on 73 granite plaques in Aboriginal languages spoken in Canada, using syllabics or Roman orthography. Grouped in language families, the plaques are located on the interior walls known as the House of Canada. An Algonquin statement accompanying the language plaques acknowledges that this symbolic monument stands on the traditional territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe people. Rights. I mean, it's. Let me just go back here and. Oh no! What did I just do? What did I just do? I just did this. Okay, hold on here. Close the comments. Okay, I'm back. Just imagine it's almost ironic, except it's sad that we can almost film. Equality, dignity, and rights. Let's just go over the ways all three of those have been violated by the Trudeau regime in the last 2.5 years. Equality. Unvaccinated individuals can't travel on planes and trains. Equality. Dignity. Unvaccinated individuals can't travel on planes and trains. Dignity. Children are forced to wear masks 8 hours a day. Dignity. People are prevented from celebrating holidays with family. Dignity. Rights. People are prevented from mourning the losses of loved ones. Prohibitions, restrictions on funerals. But there's a nice monument. There's a monument for it, so it must be respected. There's a monument that they put up for it, so the government has to respect these things. I mean, when Justin Trudeau invoked the Emergencies Act, he assured us he would respect our charter rights and he wouldn't bring in the military. I'll tell you what it does. What does it mean? It means that we can put an end to this unlawful protest, this occupation. What does it not mean? We will not bring in the military. We are not suspending constitutional rights. Yeah. And yes, this turned into a there's nothing really to see on the street here anymore. Ottawa is now back to Ottawa. Let's see what that courthouse looks like. The Palais de Justice. Okay, what time is it, people? I think I see it. We've been live for 40 minutes. It's got to be close to 1:40. Let's see who's got any questions in here. Chat. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I made it, and I can't believe we actually got live. Applied Padre, what BS? Yeah, that's 1:35. Okay. So amazing. Lightning bolt. That the UN and NATO's are the evil empires of the world, not. Okay. Still masquerading in Quebec and PEI. Yep. I went to a coffee shop yesterday with someone. I mean, I didn't. I wore the mask. They expect you to wear the mask from the front door to the table that you sit at, and then you can take it off, and you can yibber yabber jabber jabber. But if you walk from your table alone to the bathroom, you're expected to put the mask back on. And I'm sitting there, and I'm saying to myself, this is absurd. It's idiotic. And they know it's idiotic. I know it's idiotic. They know I know it's idiotic. I know that they know that I know it's idiotic. And yet we're all still playing along with these stupid games. The mask mandate, it's science. Oh, God, that hurts. Tears. The mask mandates are science in PEI in Quebec. Oh, are they not required in Ontario? I don't have a mask, but I have a plastic bag. Maybe I can cover my face with that when I go in. Anyhow, so that's it. It makes no sense. Clown World is correct, I believe. Mask games. And then we got some other comments here. Which the mask is now a relimmed. Oh, hold on a second. Oh, we got sex bots in the chat, and I can't block them because I don't have the power to block them. No one wants to admit they were lied to, and they are the idiots who fell for it. I'm admitting it. I admit it. But it is that old expression, Mark Twain. It's easier to fool people than it is to convince them they've been fooled. I like to think, I was looking back at my Twitter feed, I became skeptical earlier than many, but not as early as some. Although I will say to those who were skeptical before me, you might have been right, but you might not have had the reasons to be right in the end. Yeah, I know. I don't know if there's mask mandates here because I don't have a mask mandate. Live from the Shed is covering Rolling Thunder. Yes, they are. And you should all check that out as well. Everyone hospitalized eventually tests positive for COVID. I don't know about that, but this is a laryngectomy Edbach. The law is a joke. Whoever is in power makes the laws. Yeah, whoever is in power enforces the laws. You know, that RCMP thing. The RCMP decided not to charge Justin Trudeau with fraud for his violation of the Ethics Act, because they didn't think it was in the public's interest, the best interest, because it wasn't clear if Justin Trudeau could authorize himself to do that which he did, which ultimately led to an ethics breach. The RCMP decided not to enforce, or at the very least, charge someone under existing law because they didn't think it was clear as to whether or not he could be convicted. Okay. But they decided to charge Tamara Litch, Pat King, Chris Barber, whom else, with mischief charges, even though, Randy Hillier, even though by all accounts, it's highly unlikely, in my humble legal opinion, that Randy Hillier gets convicted of assault on a police officer unless there's a video out there that I don't know about. Oh my goodness. Yep. People in power make the laws, but more important than making laws is arbitrary enforcement of the laws. I am Sex Robot, sent from Planet Love. Okay. Yep. Anyway, so that's it. So today, by the way, so I'm going to go in there. It starts at 2. Could last until, if it's Quebec, the court shuts down at 4:30. I mean, the judges sometimes go a little longer. I'm going to sit over here somewhere. The judges sometimes go a little longer, but they shut down pretty hard at 4:30. So if this goes to 5 or 5:15, oh God, I just got dirt in my eye. I'm not going to stream. I really did get something direct. I'm not going to stream while driving on the way back because that would be irresponsible and a bad influence. Even though you can put it up there with one of those thingy things to hold it in place. So when I get back to Montreal, after I walk the dog, squeeze some pee out of Pudge, I'll do a live stream catch up. Are you allowed to live tweet just JC? I don't think so. If I am, I will, but if not, I'm not pushing any limits. I'm not pushing any luck here. I'm also not breaking any rules. That's not in my... it wasn't my DNA once upon a time. Denmark has stopped all yabbing. Yeah. Nova Scotia strong, yeah. That's it. Oh, so we got Carrie. Question: if JT did get charged, does that mean non-confidence votes? Has there ever been a prime minister in Canada that was charged with a crime while being a sitting PM? I don't think so. I would imagine it would be a non-confidence vote, but who knows? He got convicted twice on 2 ethics breaches, didn't lead to a non-confidence vote. I mean, I guess people you can have confidence that Justin Trudeau is unethical, quite clearly. Okay, I better. Okay. It's feathers, people. It's natural. It's gonna go back to the ground from whence it came. Iconic cafe. You can walk by there afterwards. I don't think I have enough time. But no, imagine the RCMP decided not to press charges against Justin Trudeau because they weren't sure if essentially they weren't sure if he would be convicted. So the RCMP, in deciding not to press charges against their employer, says, well, we're not even going to put it to a jury. We're going to say we're not even sure. Not that it's there's probable cause, but we're not sure that he would get convicted, so no charges. Lo and behold, by the way, the RCMP also was on that very island with Justin Trudeau, running up a bill of $58,000 for accommodations, food, and jet skis. So perhaps, maybe, conceivable, their decision not to prosecute Justin Trudeau might have had something to do with, not investigating themselves either. Bro, your hair is awesome. You need a hat with a feather in it and a gold chain. Hold on, let me see. And a gold chain and a 1972 Lincoln. I can do that. Viva is shedding. No, it's this jacket was a good jacket. I've had it from. You know what? I got it at an outlet store. Oh, it doesn't even have the thing there. But when you get the things at the outlet store, they black out the logo so that you can't try to return it somewhere else. Okay, what do we got in time, people? What's the time? Cat Stevens is Viva. Viva Tyrant. Corruption. RCMP corruption. It's V for Viva. Do that. All right, well, it feels good to get some sun. I'm going to go in. Did I just see a super chat come up here? You should blow dry your hair every day. It looks marvelous. Now, if I blow dry the hair, it's 1340. Do we want to walk a little bit more? Yeah, do we want, let's see, 140. Okay, so we got some time. You know what? I'll see if I can find David Anber. Maybe Anber's watching. He'll meet me on the front steps and... although, you know what the funny thing is, Randy Hillier can't be on social media, so I'm not gonna even get Randy Hillier incidentally in video. It's like Randy Hillier was released, and his terms of release. Alexa's texting me. Alexa, if you can see me or hear me, I can't respond to your text, but I will in 10 minutes. Randy Hillier was released from jail. He had I want to say 11 terms of release. Couldn't be within a certain vicinity he could not be within a certain vicinity of downtown Ottawa. He's a sitting member of provincial parliaments, and they've restricted his mobility within the capital of the country. What else? Can't post on social media about the jabs and the masks. The court has muzzled a sitting member of provincial parliaments in terms of what he can post on social media as relates to matters of public policy. This is Canada. So they're here. They're gonna, and then during the hearing the last time, the judge that was listening, or the officer of the peace, the justice of the peace, she was. Okay, I can see the text. Okay, I'll get to it in a second. What was I going to say? During the bail hearing, the justice of the peace, she's like, do you guys want to throw in some weapons restrictions here? Do you want to make sure that Randy Hillier can't go skeet shooting or duck hunting? And then I think it was Anber who said, even with respect to the assault charge, the accusation is that it was done with a barricade, and that's how I knew that I think I found the right video. because they said that in court. I think it might have been even the prosecutors like, well, the incident of the assault was, the weapon was a barricade, one of the metal barricades, so you knew it had to be that video. They got released from jail. Just member of provincial parliament, a sitting member of provincial parliament, charged with bogus charges, such that when this individual is released, is effectively compromised, if not outright handicapped, in what he can do in carrying out his elected functions. I am a true truther. I wish I could bring that one up. Patty Pazim. Hell Raising Angel says, I would love to have faith in our court system again, but it's not likely to happen until they start putting everyone on the same level as it should be. Well, that won't happen anytime soon because it's not in the best interest of the country. When will it ever be in the best interest of the country to criminally prosecute an elected official? I mean, in theory, some are going to say it's always in the best interest of the country. Those are the people who actually understand and respect the law. Others, the corrupt individuals, are going to say it's never in the best interest of the country to prosecute elected officials. It'll undermine faith in the system. I mean, you have to have faith in the system, even if it's run by corrupt criminals. Imagine that. It's faith in a concept. It's not faith in an actual tangible object. So you have faith in the system, and we can never allow any information that would allow people to undermine the system, to lose faith in the system, because the system is perfect, even if the people who are in the system are actual 2 times convicted, ethics-breaching, allegedly corrupt, alleged criminals. It's not. It's nuts. The World Economic Forum has Trudeau's back, and that's Erios Phoenix, and Trudeau seemingly has the World Economic Forum's back. I mean, it's a wonderful relationship. Your promotion, your rise to the top, your climbing of the ladders in the WEF is done by stepping on the shoulders of the people you were elected to represent. Oh, it feels nice to get some sun. All right, what's the time, people? What do we got? Is it one time here? Hold on a second. Go back. Close the chat. 52 minutes, so it should be like 1:52, 1:48. Let me see here. Chat. Freedom is not free. I don't want to read anything that anyone could misconstrue as any form of dog whistle, overt, implicit. Although, even when Donald Trump says go there and protest peacefully, that's dog whistle. He was saying criminality. When someone says do not resort to any form of physical violence, that's a dog whistle. Okay, someone who seems very happy or very angry across the street. If I get up and run. Okay, so what else do we have? Who else is watching? I was listening to some of the Depp trial on the way over here. Why have they never muzzled you, Viva? This is Tara Hunter. I like to think it's because I haven't broken the rules. I know I haven't broken the rules. And I'm sufficiently specific to, even when I was here on the last day of the protest, it's neuroses, but it's a useful neuroses. I asked the police officers on video live, am I allowed to be here? Can I be here? And they say yes. So it's good. It's a neuroses, but it's like, you imagine living with a perpetual fear of covering your own butt. I mean, that it causes ulcers. But I think I have not done anything egregious. I have not done anything wrong. Above and beyond everything, I have not done anything wrong. But we now unfortunately know you don't even have to have done anything wrong for the corrupt system to fabricate a wrong. I'm a lawyer. I know how to protect myself in court. Dude, that is James Pepper. You are a lawyer. You know how to protect yourself in court. You know how you protect yourself in court? Stay out of court. Oh, you must do, this is from Bob Piffle, you must do a fishing live stream this summer. 1,000%. 1,000%. I was going to do it. We were down in the townships recently, Vindies en Quebec, but it was the water. I mean, I was gonna live stream on the kayak because it was actually snowing, but I was never going to catch anything. So 1,000% we're going to do live stream fishing. I might do it on the Viva Family channel because it'll be more fun, and I will not have to worry about, upsetting a base who did not necessarily come for live stream fishing. But 1,000%. The Canadian Avi Yamini. I think I'm less edgy than Avi Yamini. And I think Avi Yamini is a little bit more courageous than me. Avi Yamini puts himself in situations for the need of the story that I like to think in a million years I wouldn't do. I don't know, maybe I would. But I am much more one to avoid confrontation with police officers than Avi Yamini. My goodness. The line, the difference between courage and recklessness, I guess, is only an objective. When it's useless courage, it's reckless. When it is purposeful courage, it's courage. Avi Yamini is courageous. And I don't even care if people don't like him. In fact, everyone in Rebel media is courageous. Ezra Levant, Alexa Lavoie, Lincoln Riddle? Well, you know what I'm thinking of. Lincoln Ray? Oh, son of a gun. Sorry. Ezra, I'm messing up everyone's name. But when you do what they do, you are outright courageous and you make enemies. All right, what do we got here? So that is it. Let's do this. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna take this jacket off and put on a nicer jacket that doesn't shed. I'm not gonna brush my hair. I'm not wearing a suit and tie. I'm wearing just my nice gray shirt. Avi's balls have their own set of balls. Hold on. Who said that? Who talks like this on a channel for children? Vault Legend 101. It's funny. But you see that I don't like the analogy, or I don't like the joke. It's only because Alexa Lavoie is up in the front lines. You can't. I mean, they have courage, and I think ultimately it's a little bit of recklessness as well, because it has to be calculated recklessness. But they tell the truth, and that in and of itself takes courage. It's not a joke. It's not a grift. It's a fact, and it's the right move to show these dictators that our Charter of Rights matters. As parents, we produce the next generation of taxpayers. That is our only purpose, according to the government. Where are you going, Viva Court? So yeah, I'm going to go in and watch the Randy Hillier hearing. It'll be really hilarious if I'm not allowed in. All of this drama, driving down here, the stress of everything, to not get in, but it will have been worth it. And at the very least, I can get Amber on afterwards. Freeland is the Wicked Witch of the WEF. Eric Phoenix, grow your hair like mine. It's nice. It definitely is it's an identifiable feature. It's a statement. I like to say, I'm looking at myself. It's a statement. It's a reflection of the way I feel internally these days. A little wild. Wait 5 minutes, Viva. I'm on my way. I'm down the street bringing my dog for a walk. RRJ private. What time is it in the chat, people? 1:50. I have 10 minutes. Okay, I'll stay here for 10. I'll stay here. What kind of dog? RRJ? Let me see this. And make sure you know that you're going to be live on the interwebs. The judge, will arrest you for broken down. 13:51. Okay, we got time. Look good, Viva. All right, hold on. You know what I'll do? Check this out. Okay, let's do this. I put the tripod. All right, that's it. I'm not sure that it's much better. You know what? Oh, it smells like fire. Oh, I haven't worn this since the last bonfire, but fewer holes. So that's it. People, let me see what's going on in the chat here. I'm going to go live tonight after when I get home and give you the update. It'll be fun. It'll be a little break from the Johnny Depp trial for those who are getting bored of the Johnny Depp drama. I see a super chat that I can't get. Oh, it's Yared. It is a no comment super chat. Thank you very much. And if you meant to put in a comment, go ahead and do it. Okay, so I'm going to. Well, I want to see if the guy with RRJ with the dog. Looking for a man with a dog. Although I don't know why I assumed the person was a man. Deep psychological issues. I might just take my jacket off when I get inside. I think I still feel a little bummy. Oh, though, I'm going to open up my backpack. I got a computer, 5 battery chargers, a GoPro, 2 tripods. Well, for anyone, if my nose is red tonight, people, it's sun. My nose, it catches sun. People. Okay, so I'll see everyone soon. See everyone sooner than later. I think I got 6 minutes left. Protests tomorrow, Friday. There's going to be some stuff tomorrow. It's not a protest. It's a rally. It's a rally for freedom. Although, from what I understand, it's just veterans who want to have a respectful paid commemoration. Is that the word I'm looking for? They just want to walk on the Cenotaph. They want to approach the war memorial. Let's see. No, I don't hear. Anyhow, okay, people, I'm going to end it up now, and I don't know how I might have to go to my computer to end this stream because it's still going to be live on my computer. See what to do with the dog. I hope they don't. I don't have to wear a mask. I didn't bring a mask. Okay, peeps. Legal Bites doing the Johnny Depp. Rakeda doing the Johnny. There are so many people live streaming the Johnny Depp. I mean, I guess the trial, if it's devastating and soul crushing for those involved, at the very least, it's good for the entertainment industry. We're bringing back court TV, people. Okay, I'm going to end this, and then I'm probably going to have to go to my computer to end this. But to everybody, I'll see you soon, and we'll talk about this tonight. Oh, hold on while we're at it. I see Catherine Canonico says, the people who were right before you were awake, Viva. The people who were right before you were awake. Viva were right because they understood what is in the heart of man. Absolute power, always dangerous. I will. We've learned a lot. Okay, then we got a super sticker, scriptures, shores. I didn't bring. I brought a pen. I don't have a paper. I'm just gonna remember everything. Okay, people, we're gonna end it. I'll see you tonight, and thank you for being here. Sorry for being late. It was a legit, bona fide late, but you wouldn't have wanted to see me during the manic period where I was frantically trying to figure. Oh, because your car runs out of gas. Fine, you can go to a gas station and get a bucket of gas. You can't get a bucket of energy. You can't get a bucket of electricity. My goodness. Okay. I'm out of here. I'm gonna go to my computer and shut this down. Peeps. See you soon. I'm back on my computer. All right, now I'm really ending the stream. I had to get in to leave the studio. Yeah, where are the sex? See, now I can play around on my computer. Let's just see one thing. I'm looking for this. Super. Hey, see, look at this. Now all of the mobility that I have from my computer. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, people. Now I'm really ending it. See y'all soon. I'm an idiot. Still didn't end this thing properly. End broadcast. Why? What's wrong with me? Ending broadcast. Thank you very much, Ginnell. Yeah, I'm ending the broadcast now. Now we're out. Booyah, booyah. Peace out, people. End